Referee James Jones will be supported by Seth and Ali on the touch. We are underway. Ghana stripped in yellow and black, playing from left to right. And Roots in black and blue pants, playing from right to left here at the UG Rugby Stadium, Rede Kaliba. With possession for Ghana. Emmanuel Champon. But he stopped by the Roots defense. Levi Osei is charging at the defense. Bring them up. Here. Lewis Boy with a kick. Brown will chase. But KG will mop up defensively. Still has possession. And is eventually tackled by Kluge. Roots are moving up. And Deuce to Brock. Was looking for the offload there. William Pierce Biney will gather. So far, Collins Ofosu. With the ball, Kluge will pick. He finds. He'll do it by himself. And William Pierce Biney is there to ensure play continues. He finds Kofi Monchon, who finds Emmanuel Champon. But he's quickly hounded by the defense there, manages to earn some meters for the Leopards. William Pierce Biney finds Lewis Boy, finds Richmond Asari Brown. He's tackled. William Pierce Biney with a dummy pass there. But he's stopped by Miami and his teammates there. Possession will change hands. Roots will take over. CJ, but he hands it over to Deuce. Derek had the ball. Deuce will go again. And Roots. Luke is going all by himself. Emmanuel Champon will harass him. Miami. Is tackled by William Pierce Biney. Roots. CJ was looking to pass there, but he'll go by himself. That's the fifth and last tackle of the set. They're going right. Goes for the chip over the defense there. But the ball will fall dead. KG with the attempt. John Bless Mensah. Quick tap and go. Looking to start a quick attack. Kofi Monchon finds Lewis Boy. Richmond Asari Brown. He's tackled by Miami, who was looking to offload, but too late. Lewis Boy finds Jonathan Alote. William Pierce Biney, Lewis Boy. He's looking for the supports there. He'll keep going. Referee stop the play. Miami stayed down after that attempted tackle. So I thought we are 4 minutes into the game. Great intensity so far from both teams. We are scoreless, but we've seen the intention from both teams. What do you expect? Has this met your expectations so far? Are there any changes so far after witnessing the opening minutes?
So far, like you mentioned, there has been some intensity in the game. They've exchanged blows very early on. We've seen some men go down, but I mean these guys are warriors, and then they will come back fighting. We've seen a similar game style to that of the Nigerians last Sunday from the Roots team. Unfortunately, the Nigerians were not able to execute. But you look at this Roots team, and it seems like they have the technical ability to hold on to the ball. That was the undoing of the Nigerians. You look at this Roots team, they seem to know what they're about, and hopefully they might be able to execute when it comes to their game plan. So far, the Ghanaians have not been in the game much. We've seen the likes of Lewis Boy, who is holding on to the ball now. He has shown some promise, but it seems like the rest of the team are now going into the game slowly. But hopefully, they can be able to conjure some magic and do damage when it's expected.
John Bless Mensah. John Bless Mensah. Scores the first try of the afternoon. So much intensity here, and it's paid off. They move the ball quickly, and we have the first 4 points scored by the Leopards here. Roots will have to respond here, and Ghana will continue where they left off from last Sunday, where they picked up their first win against the Nigerians. Atukwamina, over to you.
So we saw there John Bless Mensah, and currently he sits on top of the league log with the most tries for Ghana when it comes to international matches, and he showed there once again why he is the guy at the top. John Bless Mensah. Unfortunately, in the last match, he was not able to score a try. He came into the match in the second period of that game, but unfortunately, he was unable to make a mark onto the scores because Ghana was already leading, and he probably wasn't needed as much. Today here, he starts this game, and we can see the immediate impact of John Bless Mensah here on this particular game. That try was entirely manufactured by the quick play of hands. You saw the pass from Lewis Boy to Kofi Monchon, and these guys will be integral if the Ghanaian team will hold on to the lead. These guys are very skillful, and then they control the momentum of attack for the Ghanaians. Hopefully the Roots team are picking up a thing or two. They look really poised. They don't look to be shaken thus far. Hopefully they can come into this game with a try of their own, and so that we'll have a game on our hands here.
Suwa has also joined us. Suwa, what have you observed so far?
Okay, so it seems a progressive display by the Ghanaian team so far, and we've seen the impact of John Bless, who has been very explosive for the national team since his debut in 2019, and today he started the game for us, and he has shown his impact. He's shown why he's one of the attacking explosion for the Ghanaian side.
Thank you very much. So what? Roots will retain possession. CJ with a good kick there to give them good field position. Levi will stop Deuce. Brock has possession. They can sniff the try line. Will this be their first of the afternoon? Derek to Tony. CJ. Looks like there was an opening there, but it was quickly shut by the defense. They'll go right. Moving the ball. KG ups to kick. Can Bless mop up defensively. It wouldn't matter. The ball falls dead. And he'll move up quickly. Was looking to attack quickly, but the defense is already organized this time. What will they do again? Bless is tackled. Richard Asari Brown will scoot after the first tackle. William Pierce-Biney. Ghana looking to exploit the left-hand side. The Tigers teammates combined, Kluge and Kofi Monchon. William Pierce-Biney of Dragons finds Rede Kaliba. A dummy pass there. William Pierce-Biney finds Lewis Boy, who kick. They have a chance to chase now. Hawa. With the ball. And Carl will bring it up, but he stopped. We have a scrum for Ghana here. Set play opportunity. 11 minutes in. They're up by 4 points to nothing. Elvis Haiti will have a goal. Still running. Richard Asari Brown. The pass was forward, says referee Jones. They opt to execute from the middle this time. That was a scoring opportunity. Wow. CJ is harassed by Collins Ofosu. Collins Ofosu forcing the turnover there. Good defensive play. They pile on the pressure. In the opening 13 minutes, a chance to go again. Roots. Elvis Haiti. From the scrum, they go right. Lewis Boyd finds Levi Osei. He could sniff the try line. Almost there. But he was stopped in the nick of time. A bad execution of the play the ball, and CJ will pick their pockets. And Derek is brought down by William Pierce Biney. Number 1. Candy is tackled by Kofi Monchon, supported by Levi Osei. They go right again. Brock, stopped by Emmanuel Champon and Rede Kaliba. To 10 to the middle now. KG, the long kick, and Jelilu collects that. His first real involvement here this afternoon, looking to sidestep, but he's stopped by Carl. William Pierce Biney finds Asari Brown Richard. William Pierce Biney. Nikoi dropped the ball there, a handling error. And now Roots can go deep in the Ghanaian half. That was Candy. It was stopped by Rede Kaliba, Martin Oko, Boabin. It's brought back to where Candy was tackled. CJ finds Deuce. Look to CJ. Was looking to find his teammate Sion there. Sean, sorry. It's a penalty to Ghana. And they can dig out of their defensive red zone there.
So far, so good for the Ghanaians. Everything seems to be falling in place for them. Defensively, they have been playing very solid. Offensively, they've been okay. They are trying to play the field and gain field advantage. You know, in rugby league, it's about gaining space into your opponent's field of play, and that is what the Ghanaians have done. They've made sure that they have been able to exploit the spaces that their opponents have left in between their lines, and they are trying to create some mismatches on the wings as well, bringing their bigger guys onto the wings to play against the smaller guys for the Roots that we saw in the last possession of play. When they got to the red zone of the Roots team, there was a mismatch on the right-hand side by Levi Osei against the winger of the Roots team. These are tactical maneuvers by the coach of the Ghanaian side, Andel Giveaway, and this might augur well for the Ghanaian team. You look at the Roots team, they have been able to exploit the spaces the Ghanaians are leaving, and the little technical mistakes by the Ghanaians, they are yet to really convert it into a scoring opportunity, but I think they are still on track to do that.
Okay, so we've seen some impressive display from the Ghanaian side. Levi Osei, who has been on the radar of several clubs, looks very, very explosive in this match, and they're hoping that the Ghanaian side try to maintain their attacking display so as they can win this match.
Roots with the ball, looking to go left, and Collins Ofosu. Big tackle there. by Roots, Wouldn't Mind, Duke, Luke, sorry, will still go. CJ lost the ball in contact there, and Jelilu is going. Jelilu is chased by Leslie. Jelilu, can they stop him? Leslie with a heel tap attempt, he fails. And Ghana once again this afternoon, turning defense into offense. And Jelilu, the veteran, Atukwamina, this is no surprise. We've seen him time and time again.
Yes, we've seen time and time and again Jelilu come to the fore for this Ghanaian team. In the last encounter against the Nigerians, we saw he was one of the unsung heroes in that particular encounter. He was a defense. He put up a defensive masterclass for them in that particular match. You've come here and you've seen him put in a shift for them today. He has been rewarded with a breakaway try for this particular Ghanaian side. Jelilu, this is his debut in international tournaments for Rugby League when it comes to the Leopards of Ghana, and he has put on an absolute show for this Ghanaian side. He is a veteran, mind you. He has just not competed internationally when it comes to Rugby League, and he's showing his experience and expertise here on the field of play.
Jelilu bringing his experience to the forefront for Ghana. And we do have a cooling break. 20 minutes into the first, Ghana 10, Roots 0. Themself, it be good and who? Yeah. No, Bless played the last match. So, Ato, we've seen the first quarter of the game fly by, Ghana up by 10. I want to pick your thoughts, you and then Soa. What should we expect going far from what you've read so far in the game?
So far, I feel like the scoreline will probably flatter to deceive a bit. The Roots team have had their chances. They've just not been able to convert the Ghanaian teams. The Ghanaian team has been very clinical in that regard. They've been able to convert the opportunities that they have gotten that have come their way, But you look at this Roots team, like I said earlier, they have a lot of potential. It looks as if technically they are very good. They've just not been able to take advantage of the mistakes that the Ghanaians have made. So far, they'll be looking to come into the second quarter of this first half and make sure that they do exactly that, because there are spaces to be exploited with the Ghanaian team, which they should look to do, especially when it comes to the flanks of the Ghanaian team. You look at this Roots team, the Ghanaian team have been very forward in their attack. They've been playing a very simple game, hit, pass, hit, pass, and so far, so good for them. Like I said, they've been trying to exploit using their bigger guys against, lining up their bigger guys against the smaller guys of the Roots, especially when it comes to the center positions and on the flanks. So that is something that the Roots team should really look out for, because this can be very huge. There have been some new faces that have been introduced into this Ghanaian side, and this particular game, we've seen the likes of Nico, who dropped the ball earlier. And this is a guy who has a lot of power, raw power and pace, and that has gotten him here to the national side. He would have to maybe work a bit on his handling of the ball, which we saw plagued him throughout the Ghanaian Rugby League season, and that has probably will be one of the few strikes against what he brings to this Ghanaian team. But all in all, the Ghanaian team are playing very well. We are seeing the likes of Colin Sofosu, who was maybe an underrated part of their big win last Sunday against Nigeria. He has done a lot of work, which is not flashy, so sometimes goes unseen. But he's doing a yeoman's job for this Ghanaian side. The Roots team, so far, they look very poised. They have a plan. It has just not really panned out for them, but hopefully they are trying to exploit those small spaces behind the Ghanaian line, kicking and chasing. And they have quick guys, so hopefully they are able to give us a game.
Okay, so far judging the game and per the scoreline, why would I grade that the Ghanaian side have been able to execute what they put on paper before coming on the pitch today? And we can see the likes of John Bless, Bright Bauer, Louis Boy, and the like Levy Osei all coming to the board on the pitch today. And Ghanaian team are trying to get
Lewis Boy finds Bauer Bright, who would attack the right side. Bauer is still going. He's a big lad. It's worth noting that Jordan Anan will miss this particular encounter through injury that he picked on Sunday against Nigeria. But they have the personnel to step in. Collins Ofosu. Lewis Boy with a kick there. And Derek catches that. That ball went back on Leslie. Looking to evade John Bless Mensah, but Kofi Monchon was there to support. He offloaded to Derek. And Luke will get the ball to Brock. That was a big hit. Bob Bright holding his ground. Two teammates combined in there. They both were champions with Bulls in the Ghanaian Rugby League season. Roots moving the ball left. Jonas Muka looking to find the final pass there. The ball did get to the wings, but not to the man. Well out of play. And Ghana will restart 20 meters from the touch. Chris Tagama. Jonathan Alote sets his man down, but they managed to stop him. Richard Asari Brown lost the ball in contact there. And Derek, who's been very active for Roots this afternoon. There again, Luke. The ball went back so we could continue to play here. Sean with the ball, he finds Brock. Brock is stopped in his tracks. And they move on. Candy, some fancy footwork there, but it's not enough. They lost meters. Brock and Chris Tagama gathers from the fumble there. Collins Ofosu has the ball here. Chris Tagama, he finds Jelilu, Kofi Monchon. They are looking to go left. John Bless Mensah was open. The ball was lost. It's a scrum in favor of Roots. At a good movement of the ball there. He was open but made a mess of it. In the 9 seconds.
We gave plaudits to John Bless Mensah when he scored that particular try, but he made a mess of that sequence of play for the Ghanaians. Hopefully he can make amends when the time is right. But for now, the possession Roots will regain possession of the ball and will look to make some incursions into the Ghanaian half of their own. So far, we've seen a little dummy here and there from them. They are trying to play the quick game. They are trying to get the ball as quickly as possible to the wings. In their last sequence of play, they were able to get it to the wing, but the final play was lacking in technicality and in quality. We saw a forward pass there, which then gave the ball to the Ghanaian side. Hopefully, the Roots team will be able to hold on to the ball a bit and use their technicality as well. We saw them lose the ball there to the Ghanaians, who are attempting a quick play there by Louis Boy.
So Louis Boy will play the ball. Richard Asari Brown will pick it up, looking to move forward. Was tackled there by Martin Oko Boabeng. Nikoi there. Tackled by Tony and Derek. Kluge was found by his club teammates, Kofi Monchon, nearly breaking the line there. Ajiri Michael go tete-a-tete with his club captain, Rede Kaliba. Louis Boy. He finds Kofi Monchon. Richard Asari Brown was almost through there. Possession will change hands. There's a penalty called against Ghana. CJ will kick. It's a good one. That would earn them good field position. Sean, very aggressive there. Look, he finds Deuce. Look to Brock. He's still going. Was tackled there by Chris Ebodagama. CJ with the ball. Was looking to find his teammates there, but held on to the ball. Candy will go right. And look, will stop there. Derek looking for the pick and go. Collins Ofosu doing what he does best. As a fifth and last, Candy, can they move? Looking to chip it over the defense there. And they had some defensive duties to do there. Rede Kaliba stepping in. And there will be a goal line dropout. 30 minutes played here. Ghana lead 10 points to nothing. Kofi Monchon. Martin Osei-Boabeng will keep the ball. Ajiri Michael, who featured for Scoreless this season. CJ finds Leslie Bwedu. He's still going. And Leslie again. For Roots. He gets them back into the game. 10 points to 4 in favor of Ghana. At Kwame now, we saw Leslie in midweek. He did it for Roots. He's done it again. Is this a way back into the game for them?
Absolutely, this is the way back into the game for this Roots side. Like I mentioned earlier, we've seen them try to quickly get the ball to the wings and get their attacking impetus from that side of the field because they have fast guys on the wings. We've seen the likes of Leslie Boyd, we've seen the likes of Carl, we've seen the likes of CJ. These are all very fast guys. So this is the way to go for them. They have been trying it throughout the game, and fortunately for them this time around, it has worked for them. So hopefully they might be able to keep it working because it looks like that is where they will find joy on this Ghanaian defensive line. So far, it hasn't happened for them in the middle. So if the flanks will work, why not overload and try to get your tries from that particular side of the field?
It seems the root team has never been out of the game. They've just been unfortunate trying to explore the attacking lines of the Ghanaian side. And fortunately for them now, they have it. And I'm hoping that they will maintain this momentum going forward. The Ghanaian side, after the cooling break, have not been balanced from attack to defense. And they have to rectify certain errors so as to maintain the scoreline in their favor.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's 10 points to 6. Here at the UG Rugby Stadium, 32 minutes played. We're in the 33rd minute of the first half. And Lewis Boy will restart the game for Ghana. There was a kick there. And Roots will go for the field goal attempt here with a penalty. And they'll have a chance to receive from kickoff should they convert. He's 100% from the field already, KG. He scores 10 points to 8, and the 10-point lead is reduced to 2 in no time. A 2-point differential, 5 minutes to the end of the first half at Kwamina.
Slowly, we've seen this Roots team play themselves back into this game, back into contention for the win for this particular matchup. The Ghanaian side seems to have lost some impetus when it comes to this game. The Roots team, after the first try, seem to have found their momentum and they are riding on that wave. They seem to be on the up now. And in rugby league is a game of chances, a game of house. And so far, it seems as if the Roots teams have the upper momentum and they are riding that wave. So far, they are exploiting. We'll see Lewis Boy kick off here for the Ghanaians. CJ.
CJ. From the restart there. Play will continue. Lewis Boy is looking to pass there. Is he through now? Leslie Boydu with a defensive cover. Can they stop the Ghanaians? There's a scoring opportunity, definitely. Chris Takama finds Elvis Aite. The ball was mishandled there. And Roots with a set play deep in their own half. Then the MC tell themselves. Lewis. And right from the set play, Ghana will have their chance to go. Roots made a mess of it. A little over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Elvis Aite, can he get there? He does. And the set piece was utilized well by the Ghanaians. Having been pegged back and being on the back foot in the last stretch of the game, they're up 14 points to 8 with a chance for 2 more. Definitely they'll try to see this out to the halftime break. Kofi Monchon. He converts beautifully and adds 2 more points. Ghanaians lead by 8 points with under a minute to play here in the first half. Halftime. Sean is trying to encourage his team. It's definitely not beyond them. 16 points to 8. Ghana lead. Roots here at the University of Ghana Rugby Stadium. KG. KG will kick off for Roots here. He finds Nikoi, who makes a mess of it. And Martin Oko Boabeng. Martin Osei Boabeng will quickly gather that. Randolph trying to make amends. Brock with the ball. They'll be looking to end the half strong here. Sean. He offloads, he finds KG, who was coming left, bar bright, looking to stop him. Combines with Randolph to stop him, and it's halftime here at the UG Rugby Stadium. 16 points to 8, the halftime score in favor of Ghana. Were dominant in the opening minutes. Roots got back into the game towards the end of the half. And then Ghana again back on the scoreboard to ensure they have an 8-point lead at the half.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening.
Halftime score 16 to 8 at Kwamina. Quick thoughts before we head for the halftime break.
You have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes
so far,
get the
so
fair
good for this
opportunity.
Ghanaian team.
Where I see Angle World in the next 5
So
years,
far, so
I see it
good for
being
them.
a
The
conglomerate
team
of sports social
were
media.
able to
I
play
see it
themselves
being
back
something
into
where people need
the game, but
and
unfortunately,
it's helpful.
getting to the
But
end
at the same
of
time,
that first.
Angle World will be a company too that, as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is, like, this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes, and I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Ianga World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire for a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire for a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did me wrong, I wrote you a song. Memories of you, I kept all of them on a tape recorder. I just had a son, and if someday I have a daughter, I'll teach her to be brave, braver than a war reporter. Teach her self-love, spread love in that order. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire for a single soul.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Ianga World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Ianga World will be a company too that, as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is, like, this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes, and I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Ianga World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire for a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did. mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A freak that did me wrong, I wrote you a song. Memories of you, I kept all of them on the tape recorder. I just had a son, and if someday I have a daughter, I'll teach her to be brave, braver than a war reporter. Teach her self-love, spread love in that order. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Iron World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Iron World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Iron World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Iron World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Iron World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Iron World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did me wrong, I wrote you a song. Memories of you, I kept all of them on the tape recorder. I just had a son, and if someday I have a daughter, I'll teach her to be brave, braver than a war reporter. Teach her self-love, spread love in that order. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Young World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Ionga World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back in those communities.
By Jonathan Adote to get the Ghanaians on the scoreboard. Kofi Monchon will be looking to convert. And he will convert one step, two step, and quickly he converts that opportunity for the Ghanaians. 2 more points on the board for 6 more points, on the board for the Ghanaian national team, 22-8. Quick fire start here for the Ghanaians. They'll be looking to build on this momentum. Roots will be looking to get back into the game. A lapse of concentration there by the Roots side allowed the Ghanaians in for that score. And the game will continue from the center mark for the Ghanaians. Kick off there by Root side. Louis Boy will gather. Quick pass to Elvis Aite. So far, so good for the Ghanaians. Brilliance beginning from the Ghanaians here. That will be exactly what Coach Andel Gilvery will be looking for his side to have done, and they've done that so far. What do you think about the start for the Ghanaians here in the second half?
Okay, it's been a positive slide for the Leopards of Ghana, and we can agree that the Ghanaian side are full of surprises. Just when you think they are losing concentration and Roots are getting into this game, then they pull up a try to get the Roots game far, far away from the scoreline. And now you can see Louis Boy, Levy Osai trying to push forward here.
Levi Osei finding Louis Boy with that offload there. Levi Osei once more will go into traffic. He stopped there. That's the last part one. Elvis Aite will look to go alone. And that's the last tackle of the set. He was held up, and Roots would have to start from deep inside their own half. Deuce. Jonas Muka, who scoots that one, is hounded by Emmanuel Champon. Cow. That tackle was high, and it's a penalty to Roots. What they do to execute here. Brock will sit out, and Derek will check back into the game. Richmond Asari Brown will gather from the penalty kick and go again. Candy all over him. William Pierce Biney finds Jonathan, scorer of the first try in the second half. Penalty to Ghana. That was a penalty rack infringement by Candy. William Pierce Biney. They'll go for the tap option. He's got options there, definitely. Collins Ofosu will pick this one. William Pierce Biney will pick that one up and distribute. He finds Emmanuel Champon, who charged into the defense, but he stopped nonetheless by Candy, who's been very active defensively. Kluge looking to follow his boy, run past Derek, but Derek ensures he stopped the attack there. William Pierce Biney, Elvis Aite is looking to go alone, broke through the challenge, and once again, Ghana on the scoreboard, 26 points to 8. Atokwam now, quick start of the blocks coming out of the halftime break.
Good efforts there shown by Elvis Aite, but if Roots are looking to get back into this game, they shouldn't be conceding such tries from the center of their pack in defense. So far, Roots have been solid on defense, but that was a lapse of judgment. They let a smaller guy go into defense against a huge guy in Elvis Aite, and that size mismatch that I've been talking about all game came to the fore for the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians are using that to their advantage. We have seen the Ghanaians try to play Levi Osei, who is traditionally a forward, try to play him in that center position on the wings to try and create those mismatches. Even if they are not able to score, they are able to get the Roots line to shift, to get more bodies to one side of the pitch to negate that big scoring threat. And on the other hand, that causes a lot of space on the other side for the line of defense for the Roots, and that will definitely come to haunt you when you do that. So far, so good for the Ghanaians. They've been able to get 2 scores onto the board, and so far they are executing perfectly. The Roots guys have not been able to hold on to the ball much in the second half, and that will be key for them. They need to be able to play through their sets. They need to be able to get their 5 and outs. They need to be able to kick onto the side of the Ghanaian team, and this is the only way to get a foothold in this game as well.
Okay, so far the Ghanaian side have managed to hold their dominance since the start of the second half, and they are going to maintain this. The Root team, to get back into the game, they need to have good communication, set up their defense so as to block the Ghanaian attacking line, just so as not to concede.
Ghana will kick off, and Jonathan William Pierce Biney to Kluge. Kluge looking to exploit the left-hand side, but he's wrong-footed there by the defense. They forced him out, and Roots will go again. Sean. Luke finds Deuce, who's bouncing off defensive bodies there. You'd have to go back as the tackle was called earlier. And the contact, CJ to Tony. Levi Osei will stop him. Sensational out there. The ball is lost there by Martin Osei-Boamen in contact. The play will continue. CJ lost his footing there, but they still have possession. He's brought back. Deuce. Martin. Leslie. Boedu. Emmanuel Champon is holding on to Howard there. And KG. Levi Osei up with the defensive support again. CJ looking for the skip pass. The ball is out of play. And Ghana will restart. You can see in the president's box, the president of the federation, amongst other dignitaries visiting for the final fixture of the Tri-Nation Rugby League Festival. Levi's mom in attendance as well. William Pierce Biney will begin. Jonathan, there's the ball in contact there, went backwards. They can continue playing. And then Richard Asari Brown has stayed down. It's gone down. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And right away we see Godfred Akins warming up. Atokwamina.
Very unfortunate to see Richard Asari Brown on the turf for the Ghanaians. He looks to be okay. With a round of applause, he's being assisted off the pitch by the medics. Ghanaians will regain possession and continue to play. We have seen in the last phase of the game, we saw the Roots team try to make a quick pass over the top to the end of the field, to the far end of the field, to their winger. But unfortunately for them, they were not able to convert. This has been their game plan all game, trying to get the ball quickly to the end of the field to their wingers. So far, it has proved they have gotten they've gotten one try onto the board. From that, they will be looking to tack on more. Hopefully, they're able to come up with other strategies to gain them some momentum in this game. So far, it's all Ghana with John Bless Mensah, who is trying to break their lines for the Ghanaians.
Manuel Champon. Fancy footwork there. It's the last battle and tackle of the set, but still in their own half. Lewis Boy does a good kick. But Roots will mop up defensively. And Adam will hold on to that. Jonas Muka, he's still going. $20 points to 8. There's the score here. Those of you who just joined us from wherever via Ayango World App, who made this live stream possible. Sean was found there by Luke. They look to go in the middle now. Derek is available, but he skipped. KG looking for the lob ball there. That was a punch, but Jelilu will mop up defensively. And play on, says referee. James Jones. Cow, KG. They have options on the left. Should let the ball go now. It's a try for Roots. Jonas Muka on the scoreboard for Roots, who now have 12 points. 28 points to 12. So what is the implication for Ghana?
So far, the Ghanaian side have shown dominance since the start of the second half, and they are still maintaining their momentum. But it seems Roots need to get their momentum back in the game so as to match up to the scoreline. We still have a balanced game so far, and Ghana seems to have changed direction in their tactics. They're moving from center to right, and I believe that they have discovered some weak points within the Root side, and they are exploring that to maintain their dominance over the Root side.
Roots with a chance to half the Ghanaian score here. KG fails to convert this time. He was perfect from the field prior to this attempt. 16 minutes played in the second half. Bar Bright and Chris Budagama, along with David Nate, all checked in for the Leopards. William Pierce-Biney and Richard Asari Brown nursing injuries on the sidelines. Remains to see whether we'll see them in action again this afternoon. John Bless Mensah. It's a good kick. Brock fails to catch that, but Derek will mop it up and will charge right at the Ghanaian defense. Carl Bauer Bright with a tackle there. Luke finds Sean. Manuel Champon. Look. Play on, says referee James Jones. Jonas Moka will do it by himself. Bar Bright's looking to rip the ball, but Jonas strong in contact. TJ still with the ball. That was the fifth and last tackle of the set. Derek, he's still going. Emmanuel Champo looking to stop him. He finally does, but not until he hits the 10-meter line. And now they have to start possession from deep in their own half. Kluge will scoot and it's stopped. Leslie Boydu, the good tackle there. John Bless Mensah skipping the challenge, but he stopped. Kluge. Leslie stepping it up defensively. Back-to-back tackles there. Sean this time will stop Jalilu. Devinati finds lowest boy. Alote, Jonathan, but he stopped there by Carl. Emphatic tackle there. Lewis Boy looking to find Levi aside. That was a dummy pass there. Was looking for Levi one more time. Miscommunication there. Martin Osebo Abing. Jonas Moka is harassed by the Ghanaian defense there. Time off, says referee Jeffrey Jones. And 20 minutes left to play here at the UG Rugby Stadium. The scoreline, 28 points to 12 in favor of Ghana, who lead Roots. We have our second cooling break of the afternoon. It's about 29 degrees Celsius here this afternoon. Time for some pep talk as well. Ato and Soa, let's have your thoughts so far. What do you expect for the last 20 minutes? What tactical tweaks do you expect out of this timeout?
Okay, I'm expecting Ghana to maintain their tactical play. We've seen them swinging from center to left and left to center to explore the defensive attack of the Root team. The Root team has been struggling in a couple of parts of the second half, and I'm hoping that they will come back into the game to push the Ghanaian to the try line. The Ghanaian side have been very impressive. We've seen the likes of Levi Osei, who has been on the radar of several clubs. I can see that heading into the next Rugby League season, he might move to a new club from St. Joe's Rugby League Football Club. And here he is being impressive and dominant, instrumental in the Leopard squad of Ghana. Talk about officiating, referee Jones James has been very, very positive handling this match. It's been a very fair game so far. And to add to the Rugby League Tri-Nation tournament happening now, Referee Jones is here as part of Rules Rugby League support program and to observe the accreditation process for locally trained match officials. He has overseen the final technical education model for the Rugby League Federation Ghana, and who has been progressing along the International Rugby League development pathway in this 1 week stay in Ghana.
dominance lead there for the Ghanaians, 28-12. But as the play on the field suggests, the Roots team still have a way to go in this game. They still have an opportunity. The Ghanaian play has been quite impressive for the beginning 10 minutes, but then in the last 10 minutes it hasn't been so impressive. We saw in the first half, Williams P.S. Biney, who is traditionally a fullback, was playing the scrum half role. In the second half, he has been withdrawn. We've seen David Nate, who played that scrum half role in the first encounter, log into the game, and hopefully this change might prove to be a catalyst for this Ghanaian side and help them to add more tries onto their tally. So far, the Root side, they look to have made some changes as well. They have rotated throughout the game to keep their players fresh. We are seeing some nice passage of play there from them, and hopefully they are able to let it all come together in this second quarter of the second half.
The final quarter of the game. Deuce with the ball. He stopped there by Elvis Haite. Rained off Nikwe. Has checked in for Roots. And Ejiri is tackled there by his club teammate, Emmanuel Champon. Seems to shake it off after the contact. He's in a bit of pain there. And Kevin Buedu signed into the game. And some history there. We have two brothers going against each other. Kevin for the Leopards and Leslie for Roots. A bit of history there. Kluge will stop there. David Nate will find Lewis Boy, but Levi will mop up. He offloads, finds Kluge. Candy. David Nate finds Jonathan. Looking to offload there. But Lewis regather after the failed attempt to intercept there by Derek. Kofi Monchon was running through fifth and last. Tackles for the set. Lewis Boy will go for the grabber. The ball falls dead. And time off as Lewis Boy stays on the turf. Levi will say will sit out for a while. Some movement of the Ghanaian bench. Tony will fumble that one. It's a double knock on. So advantage to Ghana and Godfred Akins. We'll check into the game once more. Ghana will have a chance to go low. His boy, he finds Jelilu, looking to exploit the gaps. He held on there. Kevin Boedu. Also a national team debutant, along with Godfred Akwe this afternoon. "17 minutes left to play. So whilst he receives treatments there, I thought worth mentioning that Coach Zaki, who's also making his international coaching debut in this tournament, he supervised Bulls championship season. That was his first season as coach. I mean, he was able to motivate his boys after not the very best of first halves of the season by the Bulls boys. How do you think his involvement here in the coaching is bringing some valuable experience or inputs to Andy Galbraith's side?
So far, so good for Coach Zaki. We have seen some improvements when it comes to the forwards in this particular tournament. He is the forwards coach for the Rugby League national team. We have seen some very big strides made when it comes to technicality, talent in this forward line for the national team. They have contributed a lot when it comes to this game. So far, I believe that Coach Zaki, who, like you mentioned earlier, was instrumental in the win for Bulls RLFC this season when it comes to the championship. I think he has brought a lot of expertise and a lot of, he had a lot of playing experience as well. And he, I think, has been able to translate that to the field has been able to translate it to his players, who have in turn translated it to the field of play for this Ghanaian national team.
Thank you very much. Play will resume here. 14 minutes left to play. Leslie Boedu will go for the kick and chase. Godfred Akwe will mop up defensively. Leslie still harassing him. And the support from his teammates is available. And they stop him. David Nate finds Jonathan. He tried to stop him. Deuce and CJ. Communication there, Bar Bright will mop it up. Godfred Akins, Derek. It's a double knock on. Else he would have been through on goal. More handling errors here for Roots. We did speak with Derek in midweek when they beat the President's 13. And he acknowledged this was going to be a difficult fixture. It's indeed proven to be what they expected, but how they do respond to the setback is what remains to be seen. But for now, they have a set play advantage. CJ was looking for the passing option there. He finds Carl. That was a big hit there. Akwe Godfred. Jonas Muka looking to find Adams on the line. But that will go out of play. Ghana with a set play. That pass was forward before it went out. Elvis Aite finds Kofi Monchon, finds John Bless Mensah. It was popped to him. They'll mop it up. More and more handling errors. Leslie Buedu was looking to capitalize on that. But he also knocked it on. And Ruth CJ finds Derek. Leslie Boydu, who faces his brother this afternoon, Bar Bright to Tony. He's dragged back. Bar Bright enforcing the defense there. Kevin Boydu. The ball was knocked on there. Ten minutes remain here at the UG Rugby Stadium. Roots need to respond, but before then, they need to defend the set play. The time has stopped. As Luke will receive treatment. Luke should be down for the afternoon. So, the Leopards will effect the set piece here. Jonathan from the scrum. David Nate finds Kevin Boydu, who was looking to find his club teammate Bar Bright. Kofi Monchon finds John Bless Mensah. The supporters there. He opts to go alone. He's tackled. David Nate. They'll have a go again. Kofi Monchon finds Elvis Aite. Skips past Sean. But then Derek and Jonas Muka will intervene defensively. Barb right. Lewis Boy finds David Nate to Barb right. Elvis Haite. That'll be the last but one tackle of the set. Kofi Bonchon looking to find Akoye Godfred, who is looking to run through the defense. He lost the ball in contact there. Play on says referee Jones. Mr. James Jones waves play on, and Derek. KG. Eight minutes left. Martin Osei-Boabing. It's good to see him back, having picked up a knock earlier in the game. Jonas Hawa to Leslie Boedu, looking to find Carl on the wing. Godfred, he finds Leslie Boedu one more time. He was looking to run through, but then he's lost the ball. Jonathan finds David Nate, who is stopped immediately by the defense. It's been fluid for some time now. Kluye, the support is there, but then to usher him to the ground. David Nate, Leslie Boedu made a mess of it. CJ. And Godfred Akins with a big tackle there to ensure CJ did not progress further. Jonas Moka finds Oko. Martin Osei-Boabing. Big defensive contributions there by Godfred Akins. KG finds Adri Michael. He was looking for Derek there. Adri Michael, KG to Derek. Was looking to pop it back into Sean, but it was a knock on, and the Leopards do have defensive duties with a little over 5 minutes left to play, and Emmanuel Champon will replace Kevin Boedu for the remainder of the game. Atokwamina, what are expectations from now to the final whistle?
Uncharacteristically, there have been mistakes made by both sides. We've seen some handling errors from the Roots team that was not there in the first half. We've seen some forced offloads for the Ghanaian team, and which has cost them a few plays here and there. So far, so good for the Ghanaian team. They look to be playing some very solid defensive game. We saw them losing the ball, which gave the Roots team an advantage, but they were able to be very solid in their defensive duties, every man to another. They were able to stay solid on that back line. So far, we've seen some new players who have been brought into the game to replace fallen soldiers for the Ghanaian team. It seems as if they are having some gelling problems, so they are not playing as a cohesive unit like what we saw in the first half of the game. But so far, as the scoreline will tell you, they are still cruising. There's about 5 minutes left, and I don't think this Roots team has what it takes in their locker to come back from this deficit. So far, they have played amazingly as well, but it seems as if the technicality and the talent in this Ghanaian team is too much for them to handle.
Okay, so far we've seen the likes of Godfred Akwe coming in, wearing on the workaholic match on the defensive line of Ghana at the far right, and now Ghana trying to push forward. John Bless with it, trying to go forward, and he's brought down.
David Nate will find Kofi Monchon, pops it back to Jalilu. It's been sensational for the Leopards. Jonathan, a handing error there, and Martin Oseboabe will gather. Tackled by his club teammates, rained off Nikoi, and Tony lost the ball in contact there. Collins Ofosu, sorry, quickly picks that up, and will look to counter-attack. Kofi Monchon. Can they hang on? Definitely. It'll take some magic or a miracle to bring Roots back into this game. 16 points as a score difference here at the UG Rugby Stadium. Must say, a successive outing here at this Tri-Nation Rugby League Festival by Coach Andy's men. Under 2 minutes left to play. Roots with a set piece. They'll be looking to finish on a high. And Deuce is tackled by Collins, supported by Randolph. Hauer is also stopped there in his tracks. Jonas Moka finds Sean. Elvis Aite was quickly onto Sean there. Jonas Moka finds Brock. The ball is lost in contact there, but it's a penalty, says Mr. James Jones. Illegal contact after the tackle was made. CJ with a good kick there. They'll definitely look to get on the scoreboard before the game comes to an end. You have 30 seconds to do so. Jonas Moka will gather. A little over 20 seconds remain here. Jonas Moka will find Deuce. Under 10 seconds to play here. What can they do? Roots. They go, KG. Derek running at the defense. He's held there. Can they get on the scoreboard before referee signals for the end of the game? They come back right. Deuce spins off Emmanuel Champon. He could snip the try line there. One more. KG with the ball. You come all the way wide. Was looking to offload, and KG ensures that Roots have the final say here this afternoon. Time up. And Roots do have the final say this afternoon. Finishing on a high. Brings them up to 16 points. Atokwamina never say die until the final whistle. They kept on moving, they kept playing, and they've been rewarded with a try in the last minutes of this game.
Yes, they have been rewarded. Unforgiving atmosphere here at the Rugby League Stadium. The Roots team have been fighting. They've kept on fighting since the onset of the second half. But they have been killed a bit by some of their handling errors. They made, uncharacteristically, they made a lot of handling errors in the second half. of the game. They were still sticking to their game plan, and fortunately for them, they are able to end this particular encounter on the high. The Ghanaian team, that back line of the Ghanaian team was caught sleeping a bit, but so far, so good for them. They were already cruising, they were in cruise control, so this particular try would not say much to the outcome of this particular encounter. Kudos to the Roots team. They've put together some brilliant technical display here for Rugby League. The Ghanaian team have been pounding at the door since the onset of the second half. They were able to bring in some new guys who they've been looking to offer some debuts to. We saw the likes of Godfred Akwe and the likes of William Pierce-Biny as well. These were new guys who were brought in today. We saw the likes of Kevin Bwedu, who had his brother Leslie Bwedu on the opposition team, helping out the Roots team. So this is really a good game of Rugby League here, a brilliant showcase of the growth of Rugby League here in Ghana. We are grateful for this opportunity.
Grateful for this opportunity. So let's have your say.
Okay, the Ghanaian side have been very impressive in both halves of the game. The score margin judged for them. Everything comes in favor of the Ghanaian side. It is worth noting that the likes of Godfred Akwe came with a workaholic max, and he has been very impressive for the Ghanaian side since coming off in the second half. Looking at his impressive play on the far right, keeping on with this performance, he would continue to be impressive for Ghana in the coming cups.
It's a beautiful game of Rugby League there. We have some final ceremonies here, and then we'll hand over to the pitchside team as we finish here. By the final score, Ghana 28, Roots 16, in the final fixture of the Rugby League Tri-Nation Festival.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Young World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, you know, Ionga World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back in those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is like this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Ionga World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did.
roots. The roots. 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 I heard of the roots from the Mexican house. Thank you all. Thanks everybody for coming. We did want to award our man of the match for our forwards and our backs for Ghana. So for our forwards, we wanted to elect Elvis as our man of the match. Elvis, come forward.
So if we had a mic here, still walk by our
And then for our backs, we wanted to elect Willie for our backs. Stand up, Elvis, come back. Thank you all so much for your hospitality. Action. Rules what? Rules what? Rules what? 1, 2, 3. Alright, there's drinks. There are drinks. And please make sure that you get a private drink. And please, Roots, we want it. Yes, Roots with you guys. Yeah. Roots and Ghana. That makes sense. Can we do that now? Yeah, they want to do it.
Hello?
Thank you so much, Ayongo. Bringing us all in live feed right here in Ocean Ghana Stadium. There are drinks. Please, after party, go to the kebab. Yum and chips. Oh, yum and chips. Chips. And chips and yum. Chips or chicken. Yum and chicken.
See just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Young World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Ionga World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back in those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Ionga World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and I'm bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. Afraid I did me wrong, I wrote you a song. Memories of you, I kept all of them on the tape recorder. I just had a son, and if someday I have a daughter, I'll teach her to be brave, braver than a war reporter. I'll teach her self-love, spread love in that order. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Young World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Ionga World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Ionga World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. A free that did me wrong, I wrote you a song. Memories of you, I kept all of them on the tape recorder. I just had a son, and if someday I have a daughter, I'll teach her to be brave, braver than a war reporter. Teach her self-love, spread love in that order. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul.
Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have here with me Levi Osei. Levi, this is like your second tournament with the national team. 2 more appearances, 2 more caps. Good showing in the 2 tests. We saw you last Sunday, we saw you today. How do you feel personally as a player?
I feel Ghana's come a long way, and personally, I've come leaps and bounds. I just recovered back from injury, so it was good to get a hit out for Ghana. It's always a pleasure representing Ghana.
It's a pleasure. So personally for you, looking forward, what's your expectation or what are you looking to achieve in the near future?
With Ghana or with myself?
Generally.
With myself, going back to Australia, playing a good stand on the footy, playing some New South Wales Cup, and then with Ghana, I hope to be back for the MEA, and I hope to qualify Ghana to the newest World Cup soon.
Okay, so congratulations on the wins, and then we wish you the very best going forward.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. It's Chabata Jr. And shout out to my mum coming from Australia. I appreciate you. Much love.
Thank you very much, Levi. Yeah. So next I have here with me Levi Osei. Sorry, Louis Boy. So Lewis Boy is here with me, also a national team debutant here at the Tri-Nations Rugby League Festival. Lewis, good showing there. Congratulations for your performances. How do you feel personally as a player?
It's been an amazing experience for me coming out here, meeting everyone, getting to play. Beating Nigeria was amazing. One of the best moments I've had in rugby in my life. So yeah, just thanks to everyone. Everything that's going on here with the rugby that Jaff's doing with the federation, it's amazing to see. So I'll definitely be back. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So what are expectations going forward? I mean, the Middle East Africa Championship is around the corner. The next World Cup is not too far away. Qualifications and all that. What should we expect from you personally as a player?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back. We've got a strong team here. I think from where they've come a long way. So obviously to finally beat Nigeria, the signs are good. We're going in a positive direction. So I think with everything they're doing, growing the game here, getting more kids involved, more people playing the game, I think we'll build a stronger team. And I think in the future we're in a good position.
Okay, thank you very much. We wish you the very best. Anybody you want to shout out to?
First of all, I want to shout out Andy for bringing me over here. Been great. Thanks to Jaff, like I said, for everything he does, and thanks to all my family at home supporting me.
All right, thank you, and we wish you the very best going forward. Yeah. So next we have which one do you prefer, Mary or Akusia? Mary Akusia, yeah. With me here. It's been good to have you here. You were influential in the games, yeah. So bad you couldn't get the wins, but I mean it was good showing, some personal positives for you. What were you expecting coming into the tournament? Did it meet your expectations?
It definitely did. I just expect to come out here, have fun with the Ghanaian team, make big hits. I love how the game is going here. Honestly, I haven't seen the team play before. They play very well. Our small to be making good tackles and stuff. It made me very happy and excited. And I'm just excited to see where the game grows for the country. Okay,
so moving forward, what are your expectations? What do you look to achieve personally as well?
Forward ever, backwards never. So I hope to be able to still represent Ghana more and more, and eventually even as a team to develop to a point where our name is everywhere. They see us, everyone gets scared, and we start going on the scoreboard.
Okay. Anybody you'd like to shout out to?
Shout out to everyone and to those who supported my GoFundMe also, thank you. And Ghana for Ignami, I must say.
Okay. Yes, yeah, that's it, and then wish you the very best going forward.
Thank you.
All right. So next I have Marshall Norte. Next I have level 2 match official with me, Marshall Norte, Ghana's only international referee so far. He officiated some games and also part of the organizing committee here. What are your expectations so far for the tournament? You were part of the organization committee. You had some things you envisioned prior to the Rugby League Festival. Tell us, what's your take on it so far?
Thank you, Ayango. Thank you, everyone. It was over and above our expectation. It's been a great success. We thought of it, we planned for it, but it even went beyond what we planned for, and we can't be any less grateful to those who supported us, from Politan to Beaufort to Creative Pad to RCC, everyone who contributed financially by way of service. I mean, it's been awesome. It's been over and above our imagination, and we hope to build on this next year.
So going forward, what are expectations? Is there anything you envision? Is there anything we should expect as fans of Rugby League?
Well, currently we're going on a break. We'll be back next year, 2026, with a big bang. And we expect that as you follow us on our social media, you'd continue to join us every time we have games. Our league will begin very early in the year. So keep up with us. Let's get Rugby League going. Let's grow Rugby League. Let's make it bigger, better and stronger, and let's get a lot more people to come to Ghana, to visit Ghana, tour Ghana, just because of Rugby League. Let's do something sports tourism. Let's get people out here, let everybody have fun, enjoy, let the kids also see what Rugby League about, that it builds character everywhere and anywhere you go.
Okay, thank you very much. It was nice having you. Wish you the very best going forward.
Thank you.
Sean, can I have you for an interview? So I have here with me Sean of Roots.
Yes.
Congratulations, man. It happened in midweek, but it couldn't happen today. It was good showing, though. You had the last say in the game. What were your expectations coming into this game?
Well, we had some guys that didn't make it, but you know we keep ourselves to a high standard. Hey, with no excuses. I mean, we expected to have the win today. Full credit to Ghana. They took advantage, and that's rugby sometimes. It was a close game, but it's just the small stuff, and that's what happens.
Just the small stuff. Going forward, what should we expect for Roots? What's the future hold for Roots?
We still have a bunch of international tours going on. We have our first tour in the new year in February. It's the NRL opening weekend in Las Vegas in the U.S. And there's a tournament there, a ninth tournament. So we expect to be up there in the medal count. Yes.
So wish you the very best going forward. It was nice having you here.
Madasi.
All right. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That will be it for the interviews.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Iron World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, you know, Iron World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back to those communities and help build infrastructure. What I'd like to add now is like this has been a long journey for us. This will be almost 5 years of work that we've put in behind the scenes. And I think that we're ready to take the next steps. My name is Jerry Johnson, CEO and founder of Iron World.
A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order. The things that are essential are acquired with little bother. What's the test for fame? Please give him a little water. Afraid I didn't. A mountain full of gold, double that will not be enough to satisfy the desire of a single soul. Black and bold, take your L and hold. Now we never fold, your flex is getting old. This is the new world order, the things that
Hello? Is that sound? Is it okay? Hello? So I have here being more of Roots. Congratulations, big win. Hello? Yes. Please let's hear.
Yeah, this entire tournament has been a real eye-opener. I knew it was going to be hot, but didn't realize just as hot. There was big hits, great comms. I feel like everybody out there just had the same level of passion for the game, and it was really great.
So what's your expectation going forward, individually and then for Roots as an organization?
Individually, I'm hoping to just continue to get better every day. Roots, hopefully we can travel all over the place. That's really the goal. We want to play against everyone.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out to?
Yes. Hi, Bubba. That's my 7-year-old.
All right. Thanks, and then we wish you the very best going forward.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That will be it for the interviews, and then until next time, we'll catch you. But before we go, Jafaro! Jaffa!
Then go do this one.
Okay, so I have here with me Jafara Audu Mustafa, General Manager of the Ghana national team, and then also a high-ranking official in the Rugby League Federation. You envisioned this some months back, or probably a year ago, and now you have it here. This is the end of it. What expectations prior to the festival, and then what's your general observation for this festival?
I think it's come at the right time. As a federation that is looking to be everywhere, to be known everywhere, the introduction of Roots from the US and Nigeria from Nigeria Rugby League has made people know that the sport is not just a local sport, it's an international sport. It's a sport that is supposed to give everybody an opportunity to grow and excel in whatever we are doing. For the games, I think everybody did well. Our ladies showed up, the Roots ladies showed up, Nigeria showed up. We gave a good account of ourselves to the whole world that the game is here and it's here to stay. So I'm really, really grateful, and I thank everybody for coming through. Thank you.
Okay, so what are expectations going forward? I mean, for Rugby League, I mean, it's still a young sport. I mean, we are growing the sport. To be able to put this together is definitely a big step in the right direction. We know Middle East Africa Championship is around the corner, and then the next World Cup after the immediate one that's about to happen. What should we expect from the Ghana Rugby League Federation?
Okay, so as a federation, the agenda is simple. We want to be in the World Cup 2028 for the women, 2030 for the men. We are trying to put things in place to make sure that we have the right people to do the work, and I think we are doing it in the right step. Cambridge University is coming to Ghana hopefully by 2026, and we have a lot of people lined up to also come. So we are going to give the players enough playing opportunity so that they learn more, they increase their expertise, so that when it's time for the qualifiers, we are able to pull through. So that's what we are doing as a federation.
Okay, so thank you very much for having you here, and then we also wish you the very best going forward.
Thank you very much, and thank you to Ayango World for putting this together, for streaming the match. Thanks to all our sponsors, Bayford, Polytank, Shamok, Herba. We are really grateful, Jibu, and everybody who helped one way or the other. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you too. So this will be it for the interviews, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the Tri-Nation Rugby League Festival from the University of Ghana Rugby Stadium. And until next time, we hope to catch you healthy. Bye-bye for now.
You see just the impact of what Africa has been doing for a long time. I mean, we're seeing it more now because of social media, but there's a huge influx of opportunity and a lot of things that are happening, not just in Ghana, but on the African continent when it comes to sports. We want young athletes to be inspired by just seeing that you have a resource, you have a company, you have a CEO and myself, you have a team of people who want to see young athletes get the fair opportunity. Where I see Ayango World in the next 5 years, I see it being a conglomerate of sports social media. I see it being something where people need and it's helpful. But at the same time, Ayango World will be a company too that as we become bigger and as we become resourceful, that we want to go back in those communities and help build infrastructure.